Thanks again for joining us for another segment of Just Ask Judy this afternoon. And today we're doing something pretty exciting. Suzette is going to show us how to make Beet Kvass from scratch.
From scratch. Super easy. So
it's always super easy when you know how to do it.
Yeah, I guess so. First of all, you will need a vessel to ferment in. I prefer
Otherwise
glass.
known as a jar.
A jar.
Okay.
Or a vessel. That sounds much more sophisticated.
Got it.
And we need some salt. I like to use pink Himalayan salt, but there are tons of salts out there that you can use.
Right. Never use regular table salt.
No. No, you only want to use natural salts.
It has the mineral intent.
That's right. I like the Himalayan. And then some filtered water. Boom, that's it.
Never tap water.
No, not tap water, and then of course some fresh
because
beets.
the chlorine is going to
kill my bacteria.
It's going to kill her beautiful bacteria, and she doesn't like that.
So we used to eat beets all the time. I'll have to take.
Is there a story?
There is.
Okay, tell us a story.
I don't know if I want this permanently recorded because my son may never speak to me again.
It's okay.
But Isaac, I had a date and had dinner, and I made beets, and he just said, "Well, it'll make your poop red." On my date. So yeah, it will make your poop red, but that's a good thing because then you know you're digesting, and you know that was working anyway. Right? But beets are really, for a long time they've been touted with nitric oxide and so forth.
Well, that's what you've been hearing the most about over the last few years, is the nitric oxide content, which helps with blood flow.
Yes.
So and to prevent certain disease states. So today, though, is the hands-on how to make this to help your body make its own nitric oxide.
That's right. So just start with 3 ingredients: beets, salt, and water. Now you can add other, I'm going to talk to you while I'm doing this. You can add other spices to it, but everything in the beet is salvageable. These leaves right here, I just pinch off or tear the stem off because I don't like the stems in my saute, but I'll tear them off and not throw them, and then saute them in butter.
Ooh, yum, and some like Himalayan salt.
Yeah,
really
everything's better with butter on it. But here you've got your stems. Now you can take these and put these in your juicer because a lot of your nutrients are in the stem, right? And your beet leaf is super, super good for you. So don't forget about that. And it's really a little bit sweeter than spinach. It's great with butter. It wilts quickly.
Can we put it in a salad?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just on a butter kick and sauteing.
We do love our good fats around here, that's for darn sure.
Well, it's, that song.
I know, I think Suzette is coming up with the song, just so you all are pre-warned. Yeah.
I just need to find somebody to sing it for me. Can you sing?
Oh, no, if I could sing, I would, but that's not my
Well, I did post on it about Facebook.
Pretty.
And aren't these gorgeous? These are organic beets. Please use organic beets, and we don't want to use non-organic beets because typically vegetables that come out of the country are irradiated, which means they...
Pesticides, herbicides.
Yeah, and all of that. So don't want that. Beets used to be used as a dye for clothing, and they're starting to come back with that.
And makeup maybe.
And even makeup, yes. Just big chunks is all we want. 3 beets for 2 quarts of water. And organic.
3 beets to 2 quarts of water.
Well, just a little bunch. Yep.
Okay.
That's going to give you a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm always dropping something on the floor. You got to have that waste capacity in there. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So we have
what you looking for?
A little rag here to wipe my hands on. Okay, so you've got your beets in the bottle. You can add your spices at this time. At the kitchen, as you know, I put cloves and cinnamon in, but ginger and garlic would be good.
Ginger would be really good. Another
ginger's really nice. You know what? A dill seed might be good.
You do cloves too, right?
Yeah, we do cloves and cinnamon at the kitchen.
I think that is a really good flavor that comes across in the kvass.
It is, and you know why I chose it is because cloves are also good for your blood.
Okay.
So I moved the cutting board, and now we're going to weigh our salt.
Oh.
Okay, weighing your salt is super important because salts are different textures. Like I use a texture of salt at the kitchen.
You mean like coarse or
powder,
fine
yeah,
or something?
powder. We use powder at the kitchen, and honestly, it's like flour. If you put it in your hands like that, it feels like a wheat flour or something. So
it's salty.
Salts weigh differently, and when you're looking for a salt brine, you don't want to just guess it. You know, you can say on average it takes this much. You can do that once you're familiar with your salt and where your weight is. But for this particular salt, we're going to weigh.
You're using fine sea salt.
I'm using, this is a fine sea salt. It's not the powder, but it's a fine. So you get your kitchen scale out.
Okay.
And turn it on. All right. And then don't forget the tare. So we're going to put that on and just touch it.
How much the bowl weighs is what the tare is.
Yeah.
So not the product itself that's going to go in the bowl, but the bowl itself.
That's right.
Okay.
So we clear it all out. Yep. That didn't do it. There it goes.
Yay.
And we need...
and then it just is going to subtract it, right?
So I like to do a 2% brine with the Beet Kvass. So we need 38 grams of salt.
Well, that's great. Mm-hmm. Numbers are going up. Keep going.
This is so much easier than trying to use a tablespoon. 37, 38. Boom. Okay, now we know we have a 2% brine. 2% is really as low as you want to go with your brine. That's a great percentage to keep the bad bacteria out. It allows the vegetables to do its job, gives them space to create their little probiotic activities.
Because what would happen if you put too much salt in your brine?
Well, like pickles would have a 5% brine. Okay. So it just gets real salty.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to pour this salt into our beets here. Get all of our salt. And then pour our water. Now this is fresh, filtered water. No chlorine. And then just fill it up here to the top. There you go. We're going to leave a little bit of head space there because it's going to gas up a little bit. And I would put stir it up to try to dissolve the salt a little bit. Sometimes I use a warm water to make sure the salt is dissolved. Then you put your airtight lid on with your little handy dandy gasket.
And where are you getting these from?
I got these off of Amazon. There's a ton of different types of fermenting vessels and
so you could just type in fermenting tools or something?
Tools, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is a lid with a gasket. And I like this because it has the seal around it, the rubber around it. I think this is from Year of Plenty, actually, and they give you the gasket and the lids. And it gives you that, so it gives you that seal. So we're just going to put this in a dark corner. Really, the light, the UV light can actually affect some of the vitamin C. So just like with your kombucha, you like to put it in a dark corner. And we'll let this sit out for 5 to 10 days. It just really depends on what your outside weather is looking like and the temperature of your home. But dark corner, 5 to 7 days. You may get a little layer of white chyme yeast on there, and it just looks a little fluffy.
Okay.
It's a product from the sugar from the beets, and you just want to scrape that off and toss it.
Okay.
Don't let it sit on there, but it's completely fine, and it's a part of the process.
And how long does it take for that to form sometimes?
It can take anywhere from 3 days to a week. Okay. You know, but it's pretty indicative of fermenting beets because they do have such a high sugar content. Right? So we just put this to the side and let it do its thing for a week or so, and then throw it in the refrigerator. And then you've got Beet Kvass, your own Beet Kvass, and you can eat the beets. And
that seems really easy.
Yes.
You know, that's like such an easy. There's 3 ingredients.
3,
yes. The beets, the water, and the salt, right?
Well, you gotta throw a pinch of love in there.
Oh yeah, well, the pinch of love always. And you said like if you wanted to put ginger or anything else.
Use your favorite spices, you know, and play with it and find one that. Lavender kind of seems fun right now.
Wow,
might be a good one. But don't forget about your greens, and your stems are very nutrient rich. And saute your greens because they're super yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love the beet.
We do.
So That's
Pick
it,
up the
right?
beet.
Pick
That's
up
it
the beet.
now you know how to make your own beet kvass, and it's really very
Yeah.
simple.
And you can strain it off like we do at the kitchen, and just strain off your vegetables and drink the juice, or eat the vegetables a little bit at a time and drink the juice. Always keep your vegetables, no matter what you're fermenting, under the brine, because everything under the brine stays fine.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
easy to remember.
All right, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Just leave some comments in the box below, and just remember, eat fermented foods daily. It's a matter of life and health.
Thanks, Suzette. That was a great little demo. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. We'll see you next week.